Currently 2 under for the event. Rich, the PGA Tour is basically a power game these days, although the 5th here at Riviera forces players just to hold off the tee.
The fairway does run out about 310 yards off the tee, and players not necessarily going to hit driver here. They have to be mindful that the fairway pitches significantly from right to left on their tee shot. From there, they're hitting their second shots downhill again to a green that chases away from them front to back. Again, a simple looking second shot, but a difficult one to get close.
Club up. I like this play.
Yeah, give yourself a pat on the back. And this putt to move into the top 10. That's a fine effort, that one. You always want to putt those ones stone dead. Now 3 strokes back after that hole. The 6th hole at Riviera is one of the most famous par 3s on the West Coast, Rich. An absolute beauty.
It looks like a giant green donut with the bunker right in the center of the green, doesn't it? I love this hole.
That's a good-looking shot there. Henny, you've had the chance to have a look over this one?
This is outside range for him, 26 feet. Now, with any luck, they can hold this and manage to leave Xander Schauffele behind. Get some momentum here.
Appears to have overcooked this one.
Downhill, all the way, down grain just a bit. They let it get away from him.
Ooh, that almost went down. Putting for bogey here. We'll now move over to Xander Schauffele.
He's currently ahead in this rivalry. Let's see what happens.
So with another hole behind us, let's take a look at the leaderboard. Moving down the leaderboard after that hole. Let's head to the par 4 7th at the Riv. Again, it's a par 4 that requires placement of the tee.
The fairway bunker down the left-hand side comes in quicker than you can imagine, and so players want to try and hit it out towards the far right part of it. But again, you push it a little bit, and now the Barranca comes into play. If you find the fairway, happy days. This green is probably one of the most severe tilted from back to front. Players need to make sure their second shots land past this hole in order for it to come back down towards the hole. You will have a downhill putt, but it's better than coming up short.
11 feet to the cup.
Trying to save par here.
This one's tracking. Now heading over to Xander Schauffele.
He's currently 1 stroke better than his rival and playing partner today.
And how did that great shot impact the score? Let's have a look at the leaderboard. Our current leader is enjoying a 1-shot lead. The par 4 8th at Riviera is a choose your own adventure. Which fairway do you like to take?
I think most players are going to try and go down the left-hand side, as it seems to be the easier of the two these days. However, where they stick that flag stick, well, that's a different question. If they stick it up front right, the left-hand side of the fairway, that's not the easiest approach. So better be mindful of where that flag stick is in order to pick which side of the fairway you want to drive it down.
An opportunity for a birdie here.
Looking to sink this to be even with Xander Schauffele.
That one raced by. Bit of work coming back. Just 6 feet between he and the hole.
Nice little par putt here.
Currently 1 under for the event. The final hole on the outward half is a par 4 playing back up towards the clubhouse, Rich. It's a good par 4.
Only the big hitters are going to be able to carry that fairway bunker down the left-hand side. Most players are going to try and avoid it and even miss it the fairway out to the right-hand side, which is not a bad miss. From there, the second shot is directly uphill. Deep, deep bunkers on the front right part of this. That is not the place to miss it. Anything that's a little bit long will leave you a downhill putt, but that's the safe play.
Xander Schauffele, delightful player out of San Diego, California. He's got that cool vibe about him. Came out one early a few times, but then he seems to have struggled to find that next step, hasn't he? He's sort of golf's almost man, except when he got that gold medal put around his neck.
I think that took his confidence to a place where it should have been in the first place, Luke. I think that this young man, he's got no weaknesses, very little weaknesses, if anything, in the game. I look at him and think, why hasn't he won more? Well, the problem is that he's put himself in contention so many times that there's only one person in the game that has won at a clip that he could have, and that's Tiger Woods. When you put yourself into contention as often as he does, you're just not always going to win. Somebody is going to come from back in the pack, shoot a great round, and you might struggle just a little bit, whatever the case. But yes, he hasn't closed as many tournaments as he would have liked, but he is there each and every week. I got to say, this kid he's a world beater. He's going to be phenomenal.
And here we are with the third shot. 5 shots off the lead. And a par putt awaits him.
The short game has been very impressive. They've been really sharp today.
And it's New Zealand's Lydia Ko who leads here as we head to the next. The par 5 11th, one of the better scoring holes on the course. Players are thinking 4 when they stand on this tee.
It's just a long straightaway par 5, almost a runway, if you like. Both sides of this fairway flanked by huge eucalyptus trees, which frames this tee shot brilliantly. You find the fairway, second shot, once again, straightforward. You must avoid that bunker front right at all costs. That is deep and nasty. You're not going to enjoy being in there.
We'll now move over to Xander Schauffele.
He's happy, just came off a birdie.
Xander Schauffele setting up his next shot. Oh my, how about that for a par?
I mean, you've got to expect this kind of stuff when you start up a rivalry with a tour player. This is what they do.
Chance to move up into the top 20 on the leaderboard. A good putt to make here. That was a gallant attempt. Yeah, that looked to be a bit of a misread. 3 feet to go here to the hole. Lydia Ko is currently on top of things right now. When you stand on the 12th tee, Rich, you're thinking to yourself, oh, a couple of strong back-to-back par 4s, and it starts right here.
This is where the golf course gets extremely difficult, Luke. This tee shot moves from left to right, but massive overhanging eucalyptus trees down the right-hand side prevents you from hitting a high draw over them. Once you're in the fairway, though, your second shot is to a green that's really not as big as it should be for such a long hole. And there's a famous tree just short and left of this green, Bogey's tree. Not because of the score, because Humphrey Bogart used to sit there and just watch everybody butcher this hole.
That's a touch of class. Terrific little chip.
Love watching this player around the greens.
Now heading over to Xander Schauffele.
Oh, he's out in front here in this rivalry, but can he stay that way?
And it's Lydia Ko on top of the leaderboard. Rich, the 13th hole. Slightly different look off the tee.
It's really cool. This tee shot is framed by large eucalyptus trees, both right and left. Requires a draw. Nothing else to do. You have to move this golf ball from right to left off this tee. If you do it correctly, well, that golf ball could chase down there miles down this fairway. You find the fairway down there, you're going to love the second shot. The difficulty gets when the pin is all the way back left in this little peninsula. You miss it a little bit left there, you're going to find the Barranca, and you're probably going to find a bogey or worse.
Nice one. 4th birdie of the day. And that will take him to 3 under. And this player's moving up on the leaderboard after that hole. The 14th, Rich, I know it's dear to your heart, the par 3. You made an ace there in tournament history, won a car. How do you tell the players to play it?
Hit a 7-iron, a high little draw 7-iron, and 2 hop it right in the hole, Luke. That's what I suggest. That makes it easy.
What's in front of them, Henny, with this putt?
Careful not to leave this one short. It's back uphill, and nothing worse than leaving an uphill putt short.
Yeah, it was a narrow miss. We'll now move over to Xander Schauffele.
He's 1 stroke in front of his rival so far today. Great stuff.
And after this hole, that's how it looks. Trailing by 5 shots after that hole. The 15th, Rich, a very good par 4. Although, if you're Victor Hovland, maybe the fairway's not in your line of sight.
It's a great par 4, and yet there's some players that have seen it a little bit differently lately. I always saw it as a dog leg from left to right, just avoid that fairway bunker down the right-hand side. And this is an interesting green. It's got a high spot on the left, and it's got a low middle section and a high section on the right-hand side, and you never have a flat putt. It is always breaking one direction or another, and it's either straight uphill or straight downhill. This is the most difficult green on the golf course by a long margin. If you see it differently, you can hit it down the right, down 17 fairway, but I fail to see how that's any kind of advantage.
Oh, well struck. This drive's heading for the fairway in my eyes. Do you like the view from where you're standing, Henny?
A little bit of breeze ruffling the old hair, and it's coming straight on.
Should find the green here. Now heading over to Xander Schauffele.
He's currently 1 stroke better than his rival and playing partner today.
And back to the course with the live action. Trying to get it to 4 under with this putt. Go on, get in the hole. Oh, terrific. What an effort. And that will take him to 4 under. The 16th at Riviera Ridge is the last chance to get amongst the birdies on a par 3.
A breathtaking short par 3, 166, an island green surrounded by bunkers.
What's in front of them, Henny?
Has to putt this one downhill.
Ooh. Par putt coming up here. And with that lovely play, they're now ahead of their rival. It's getting serious, isn't it? He's currently tied for 12th. The last genuine scoring hole at Riviera is certainly this par 5 17th.
Any hopes of getting it home in 2, you better come up with something special off the tee and make sure to avoid the bunker on the right-hand side.
Tee shot is looking good here. Attaboy, good shot. Sitting at -4, trying to break into the top 10. Nicely done. Well, this will be a big birdie here. Good putt to make.
Come on, ball. Don't deny him.
Wonderful shot. And what a way to jump into the top 10. Our leader is a couple of shots up at this stage. One of the most famous finishing holes on the PGA Tour, Rich. This 18th at Riviera is a classic.
Aim for the palm trees in the distance, which are located just on the left-hand side of the green. A good tee shot there will set up an awesome looking second.
This shot from about 190 yards out.
Wind moving the golf ball left to right.
Great looking shot this. Getting ready to play their third. 5 strokes behind our leader. Wonderful effort.
Nothing like it. Good stuff.
Well, Rich, I thought that day was an absolute doozy. And this player seems to be in decent shape, don't you think?
So far, so good, I must say, Luke. I've been impressed with how they played.
Well, on behalf of myself, Luke Elvey, and Rich Beam, thanks for tuning in. Catch you tomorrow. UK Sports and the PGA Tour proud to bring you the season-long race for the FedEx Cup. Here we are at the Genesis Invitational, one of the top events each year on the schedule. Today's coverage is about to start. Pleased you could join us for this final round action. Luke Elvey alongside 2002 PGA winner Rich Beam. And Rich, do you fancy this player's chances?
Right now, Luke, this player is trailing heading into the final round. However, many things can happen. If the leader stumbles, this player's got a great opportunity to bypass, overtake, and win this tournament.
Looking forward to this, Rich. Let's get into the action. Going with the hybrid.
Oh, they look like they're taking this on in 2.
What are we looking at for this putt, Henny?
This is about 24 feet for him here. Fantastic play so far, setting this up for the eagle.
Oh, sensational putt, that one. A big play at the right time, and their rival is now shaking in their boots. And it's Lydia Ko in top spot. Well, there's some real momentum with this player coming off an eagle at the last.
I've never seen a golf course where you're so happy to start off birdie bogey. It's the strangest thing I've ever seen. The second hole, pretty straight away off the tee shot. The second shot moves a little bit from left to right, back up the hill. There is some space on the right-hand side to miss your second shot up by the green, but there's no guarantees that it'll kick hard enough right to left to get back on the green. It's a sensational second hole.
And here we are with the third shot. Oh, wouldn't that have been nice? 8 feet to the cup. Good looking putt. Well, it's time to head back down to the fairways. John, what's up, mate?
Hey guys, we're checking in with Xander Schauffele as he gets set for his next shot here on the 7th.
And it's New Zealand's Lydia Ko who leads here as we head to the next. Here we are at the third. The tee is yours. This looks to be a fairway seeker to me. And this shot here coming up from around 130 yards. Getting ready to play their third. Fair effort that. Good birdie. Well, that's worth a replay. Let's take another look.
John, what's going on out there?
Hey guys, we're checking in with Xander Schauffele as he gets set for his next shot here on the 8th.
Okay, let's get back to the action. Lydia Ko is currently in the lead as we head to the next tee. The tee is yours. Here we are at the 4th hole.
This is a spectacular par 3. Ideally, players want to hit a tee shot that moves significantly from right to left and moving with the contour of the green. If they can do that, then they've got an opportunity to hit it really close. If they challenge the pin off the tee shot, well, it could come up short in that bunker, and that is a massive no-no.
Anything in 5 feet to be handy from here.
Looking for another birdie here.
No, that's too bad.
That will drive you bats.
And there it is.
That hole looks double the size for this player this week.
And now teeing off on this par 4 hole.
The fairway does run out about 310 yards off the tee, and players not necessarily going to hit driver here. They have to be mindful that the fairway pitches significantly from right to left on their tee shot. From there, they're hitting their second shots downhill again to a green that chases away from them front to back. Again, a simple looking second shot, but a difficult one to get close.
John, give us a small update.
Hey guys, we're checking in with Xander Schauffele as he gets set for his next shot here on the 10th.
Okay, let's get back to it, shall we? A share of top spot on the leaderboard awaits if they can make this putt. Super shot that.
Luke, I don't know if you know this or not, but nothing rolls like a ball.
He's currently tied for first. This hole is a par 3. Is it one you should attack or play the smart shot?
What an incredible design this is. And it really just takes this green and it makes it into a section of 4. The back right, the front right, front left, and back left, they all have their unique features to it, and that all is due to the simple fact that that bunker, which is tiny, minuscule, almost not even there, it basically shapes that green into the 4 quadrants. It is just an amazing design.
Lovely momentum for this player after that birdie at the last hole. Keep it rolling.
The fairway bunker down the left-hand side comes in quicker than you can imagine, and so players want to try and hit it out towards the far right part of it. But again, you push it a little bit, and now the barranca comes into play. If you find the fairway, happy days. This green is probably one of the most severe tilted from back to front. Players need to make sure their second shots land past this hole in order for it to come back down towards the hole. You will have a downhill putt, but it's better than coming up short.
John, do you have any info down there?
Hey guys, we're checking in with Xander Schauffele as he gets set for his next shot here on the 12th.
And after that hole, this is how the leaderboard looks right now. The leader now has a 1-stroke advantage. Let's see what happens here at the 8th. Well, I like the look of the line here. It should find the fairway. What kind of shot are they facing here, Henny?
And from around 135 yards, wow, that drive, that had so much airtime, I didn't even know if it was coming down.
Always love these opportunities, especially when it's for birdie. And that fine play ensures they hold top spot on the leaderboard. But look out, John Rahmer's right behind them. Now, great rhythm on that swing. This one from about 160 yards out. Currently in the lead by a shot. Going with the 9-iron, I think. Hope it gets a good kick to the left. And he's safely on the green. 19 feet to the cup.
Can you hear those tweets? This is what they have left for birdie here.
Here we go, Rich. In the lead, late in the championship. It's exciting.
Yeah, no time to start thinking about that lead, Luke. They got to keep their head down and keep going forward. Cannot think about that lead or people will pass them.
And look at that. Focus solely on the green. This is a bold play. That's tidy. Time for the second shot at the 10th. Wow, that almost went in the hole. Oh, good look at birdie here.
John, what's going on? Talk to us, Goose.
Hey guys, we're checking in with Xander Schauffele as he gets set for his next shot here on the 15th.
And maintaining top spot on the leaderboard. After that, we have a par 5 at this one.
It's just a long straightaway par 5, almost a runway, if you like. Both sides of this fairway flanked by huge eucalyptus trees, which frames this tee shot brilliantly. You find the fairway, second shot, once again, straightforward. You must avoid that bunker front right at all costs. That is deep and nasty. You're not going to enjoy being in there.
And here we are with the third shot. Currently leading by 2. This putt is from 14 feet.
Short game has been especially sharp today, Luke. Very impressive.
Okay, steady now. Just a simple tap in for par on this one. Managing to maintain their position on the leaderboard. Let's head to the 12th hole, shall we?
This is where the golf course gets extremely difficult, Luke. This tee shot moves from left to right, but massive overhanging eucalyptus trees down the right-hand side prevents you from hitting a high draw over them. Once you're in the fairway, though, your second shot is to a green that's really not as big as it should be for such a long hole. And there's a famous tree just short and left of this green, Bogey's tree. Not because of the score, because Humphrey Bogart used to sit there and just watch everybody butcher this hole.
This putt just 5 feet away from the hole. Well, that'll maintain the momentum. Nice par putt.
John, talk to us. What do you got for us?
Hey guys, we're checking in with Xander Schauffele as he gets set for his next shot here on the 17th.
Our current leader is enjoying a 2-stroke lead. And now we find ourselves with a par 4 here.
It's really cool. This tee shot is framed by large eucalyptus trees, both right and left, requires a draw. Nothing else to do. You have to move this golf ball from right to left off this tee. If you do it correctly, well, that golf ball could chase down there miles down this fairway. You find the fairway down there, you're going to love the second shot. The difficulty gets when the pin is all the way back left in this little peninsula. You miss it a little bit left there, you're going to find the barranca, and you're probably going to find a bogey or worse.
All bitching and complaining about me not getting on, and here we are, nobody's fucking on. can't hear what you're saying.
I'm back. Sorry, my mic was being weird.
You've been in such a
Finishing my golfing round until Schmitty gets on. Where were you at this weekend, Ho?
Not home?
Well, I know you said this, but... Oh, was it secret?
It's a secret.
You can't tell anybody? It's like deep undercover?
I signed a do not disclosure.
Sure you did. It's probably more like you're in the CIA and your cover is that you work as a lobbyist.
How do you think I knew where you lived? I mean, yes, that is totally
NSA, you bitch.
even ridiculously the most ridiculous thing I've ever heard.
That is so ridiculous.
Just so ridiculous.
So redonkulous. I'm on hole 13 out of 18, so it'll be like perfect time. One time Schmidt gets on and bitches around about the Chiefs game, even though they destroyed them the second half. Was it Jimmy G that actually started in the Super Bowl when the Chiefs played him? It was, wasn't it?
Yeah.
That was crazy.
What the fuck is I gonna be doing here? Who's with a tow truck?
Tiger Woods.
Why is there with a tow truck? Yeah, just...
How long does that game take to beat?
there's a lot of side stuff going on.
Yeah.
Let's see. Does it work if I just tow this vehicle right here?
No, I'm on hole 15.
Is that any better than the last year's, or?
Yeah, I was really bored one day and I got it, but it just has like new apparel and shit, but dynamics are just a little bit different, but it's pretty much the same game, not gonna lie, so.
Nice.
And the thing that sucks, like, I know they can, like, people can create custom courses, but at the same time, I feel like the base ones they come out with should be a little bit different, even if they're not just all the official ones.
Yeah, I don't like the base ones they come out with are still kind of not like the original one.
Yeah, and they're just like kind of like I'd even be fine if they created some fake ones that are actually just like cool.
Yeah.
There is a mode. What, babe? Oh no, it just got confirmed.
Who cares, Charles?
I'll let you know. Just a second. Let me see. It says like in 15 to 20 minutes. Put the front light on it if it's not. Oh, there is, they do have Top Golf on it though, Travis. I haven't played it yet, but like, which I don't know if that would be fun when you're playing on a video game, but that's a new feature they added. You can play Top Golf.
That's stupid.
Yeah, like, I feel like that would be kind of easy on this, right? Like, that's kind of the fun of it in real life, is that it's hard for the sucky golfer like me.
Yeah, agreed.
Did your fantasy team do good today?
No.
I didn't do
Played
bad.
Fiedler. No, I mean, they didn't do bad.
Yeah.
I just played Fiedler and...
My problem is I lost, apparently, Breece Hall, who's been balling out, is going to be out for the season with an ACL.
Yeah, so, I mean, I had Herbert, Keenan Allen, and...
Yeah, and they kind of suck.
They suck today, but my team didn't do bad, but I played Fiedler as Patrick Mahomes, Josh Jacobs, Travis Kelce.
Oh my god, so his main dudes just like went the F off.
between those four guys, he scored over 100 points.
Like, you're screwed when something like that happens. Like, let alone if one guy does it, let alone multiple.
Yeah. So it was kind of like, well, you know.
Yeah, you got multiple guys against you putting up 30 bombs, you're kind of screwed.
Yeah, I was fucked. So I didn't really.
I'm just screwed now that Breece Hall's probably going to be out, and then even Mike Williams got an ankle injury, but they have a bye next week, so hopefully he's good after that. But
I'm okay with Mike Williams getting an ankle injury because I need.
Do you have Keenan, or what?
I have Keenan Allen.
So, did he even do anything today, or did he like not play as much?
2 catches for 11 yards.
Really? So he must have been not full strength or something?
No, I didn't think he was going to be. The problem, and I left fucking Juju on my bench because he hasn't done very well.
And then he went off the last 2 weeks.
Two fucking weeks in a row, he's gone off. So I'm hoping that
you thought last week was a fluke, but maybe now he's consistent.
Yeah, I thought it was.
Yeah.
So I'm hoping that's the consistent now.
Yeah. It's just like with them though, like Patrick doesn't target anybody. Like besides Kelsey or like he used to Tyreek. He spreads it around so much.
Yes, that's the problem.
Yeah,
But
so maybe that's some
if they
consistency.
go back to their,
yeah.
what I was worried about was like they've done a terrible job of like their offense being even consistent, like the Chiefs' offense
That
being
is true.
consistent.
Last 2 weeks they've actually put up points.
So I'm hoping they're back to their putting up points.
Yeah, like the first 4 or 5 weeks they weren't even like being consistent on offense at all. So
No, so this is, I mean, everything's good. Like I get Jalen Hurts back next week.
which he's
So
cracked this year because he runs so damn much.
Yeah, I'm not upset that I lost. I mean, I still put up 100 points.
Which is good for a week that you lose.
Yeah, which is good for a week that I lose. Either just put up 140.
Yeah.
So,
You got standard or PPR?
PPR. You know, and then I have Mozart who's tearing it up again.
Yeah, he's doing
Gus
good.
Edwards came
I
back
dropped.
today.
I had
scored
Chase
out.
Edmonds. I thought Chase Edmonds was going to be a steal, but then Mostert like took over the fucking backfield. Screwed me.
Yeah. So, I mean, my running backs are solid as fuck. Derrick Henry, Aaron Jones, Damian Price from
Texans?
Houston.
Yeah.
Mozart, and then Gus Edwards today went off.
Dude, I
too.
picked him up right
So,
before the games today, and like I didn't know he was going to be the bell cow back for him, but they fucking rode
Yeah.
him.
oh,
Like
they
I thought that
did.
Justice Hill after last week would have got all the carries, but he had less.
Yeah, well, they came out today and said like we're happy to have him back. Like we're gonna use
I know.
him for the rest
It's
of the year.
huge. Yeah, I picked
like,
him literally
fuck
like
yes.
30 minutes before game times today, and thank God. Especially with losing Brees Hall, I would have been effed if I didn't get him picked up.
So like my running backs are solid. My wide receivers are just not the greatest. So I'm hoping I can make a trade here soon for a wide receiver. The problem is like there's like 4 or 5 consistent wide receivers out there.
Yeah, and there's not.
And
It's pretty
so-
sporadic this year.
Like I'll have to give up one of my running backs who've just been fucking solid as shit all year. So.
Yeah.